Hello, welcome to this channel Gain Java Knowledge, and today in this video we are going to learn about one tricky Java interview question. Why is 1 equal to 1 is true but 1000 equal to 1000 is false in Java? Have you ever written integer a is equal to 1 and integer b is equal to 1? So here I will just print the output a equal to b, then what will be its output? And here we got the response as true. Now let me try same integer c and integer d but with some different values. So here I will use 1000 as c and 1000 is d. Now let me check if c is equal to d, then what will be its output? So let me print same statement for a and b. Now let me run this application. So here we can see the output a equal to b is returning true, but c equal to d is returning false. So okay, let me explain why it's behaving different. Equal to behaves differently for primitive types and objects, but here we are just using integer as a object. For primitive types we can use equal to operator and it compare only its values. But if we are going with objects, then it will check its reference types. So when we write integer a is equal to 1, then Java performs auto boxing and it converts the primitive int value 1 into an integer object. And Java integer dot value of function return cached integer object for only small ints, because by default the cached range is 1 -128 to 127. So when you autobox 1, Java often return a reference to the small cache integer object for any other one autobox in the same JVM. Thus A and B references is returning true. But in case of 1000, which is outside the range from -128 to 127, so integer dot value of 1000 usually return new separate object. So when both objects are referencing to different object and different locations, then equal to operator always return false. But instead of integer, if I will use int, then it will always return true. So let me check. So here I will just use int and here variable name e, and here I am using int, that is primitive data type f. So here if I will compare e with f, then equal to operator always check for values because these are primitive types, and equal to operator check its value for primitive types. If we have object, then it will go for reference type. So let me run this application again. So here we can see e is equal to f is returning true because here we are using 1000 as a int type. So we can say when comparing numeric values, prefer comparing primitives int to use equal to, or we can also use dot equals method. So do not use equal to operator while comparing integer objects. If you want to check equality of both objects, then you should use dot equals method. So if I will go with dot equals method for value 1000, then it will return false. So let me check dot equals method, but it will return g dot equals h. So let me run this application again. Because equals method always check for reference content comparison. So here we can see equals method is also returning true, but equal to operator is returning false, because equal to operator always check for reference type. So the main conclusion is we should use equal to check reference for objects. Small integer are cached and can share the same object. If we have large values like 1000, we should not go for equal to operator. We always use dot equals method. Thanks for watching this video.